I'll probably be stealing it if I get it, so I'll just leave it alone. Oh,
You ever
dude,
settle
you
down
scared
to
me.
have children?
He scared me. Again, I am so easily startled. It's like, what?
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Clifford?
Okay, so I think,
Today. I'm just not ready.
again, I think I'm liking this a lot. Let's head out. We need to go to... Did I not find the Western Watchtower? How ridiculous. Let's go out here. I can probably tell from around Bleakwind Basin. I really didn't want to fight those giants, though. If there's no junk floating up, you can come out here in the middle of the tundra, and if you look up and there's no junk floating around in the sky, then you don't have any mods that have bad edits. But if you see any junk floating around, then it's somebody was changing a mod or doing something and they didn't finish it correctly. So let me get lined up. Where's Whiterun? There's Whiterun. And that's the Western Watchtower. And I don't see anything out here in the sky at all. So I think we're good. I'm surprised I did not have the Western Watchtower on my map. But I did not. And it's raining everywhere in Skyrim right now. It's raining. But the grass and everything looks good out here. Oh, look at that giant. He's just passing through. Dum-da-dum. Well, maybe if we don't bother him, he won't bother us. So yeah, I don't see anything out in the sky out here. And usually you can see it from the watchtower pretty easy if there's something out here that shouldn't be. And it will show up as, you'll see weird objects floating in the sky. It might be pieces of a wall or some wood or just whatever was edited. Let me check my map and see if I'm about right. Yeah, because it usually floats around about in the middle here around Bleakwind Basin. I think I'm in the right area. I don't see anything, so I think we're okay, which is great. It's great for us. Don't worry, animals. Aminals, I'm not going to kill you. Not right now, anyway. Okay, so it's a little rainy and stuff, but everything's nice. So I think this has been a successful playtest. It seems to me like it is. And the Western Watchtower looks a little different with all the trees and everything. Now sometimes, look in here, sometimes you'll get... Hold on a second. I wonder if I have... Did I not turn that on? Let me make sure this is on. Let me, I'm going to have to put my display back on. Because I think... See, if you have that turned off, it will adversely affect your lighting. You want... Okay, that's disabled. That was causing my problem. Okay, so enable it. Okay, so it's enabled. That's what you want, because then your lighting changes with the day and it makes more sense. So, I must have accidentally had it turned off at some point and just forgot. Anyway, you can see you get a few trees in some of these places too, and you're like, well, does that make sense? Sometimes maybe not. A little tree clipping might not always make sense. Whoa, guard.
Let me guess. Someone stole your
Pardon
sweet
me.
toy?
I had some little nit-nat buzzing me. But I don't see any problems. I do see some graphical flickering there. Not sure if that's from the weather or what. When I'm not moving, you don't see it. But if I'm moving, do you see that? Not a huge deal, but it's something to be aware of. I'm not sure what's doing that. Alright, anyway, I think we've done okay with this. Now you'll notice, from up here, I can't see the grasses so good. Which is probably too bad. Let's just hop down. But, you know, that all has to do with that LOD, and I don't want to I don't want to strain the game or my graphics too hard, but I think overall I like these mods the way they are. I think I will give them some time. I could do the Great Forest of Whiterun, which is also a small mod, but that would defeat the purpose, I think, of having some of this grass and stuff out here. So I don't really want to do that at this time. I will say at this time. So I think we're about done with this play test. I may go, there were some other things I talked about I would like to see added. So maybe I will do those and add those. I would like to see the new leeks. Who has new leeks around here? I think one of these other farms has leeks. But I like the grass and stuff. It looks good. I can't tell that I'm having any performance effect either. Now I'm running an Xbox One X. I used to run just a regular Xbox, and I found that there were certain things that I didn't think it could do very well. Well, the leek looks good, but does it look significantly different? I think kind of like the cabbage. It looks better, but I don't know if it's hugely different. The potato plant, I could tell, was significantly better. Anyway, I like these trees. I had forgotten how much I like this. So if I added my unique bridges back and got that maybe a couple of texture packs to for a couple of other things, I might be pretty satisfied. I think I like this grass and stuff. I think I'll keep that for a while. I tend to like the cathedral stuff. Maybe I'll see what else they have. So I think for here right now, let's see, I still have a few minutes. I'm going to save this here, and I'm going to look and see what our other options might be. So we'll just go look. I'm just going to go look. I have some mods that I already downloaded and I had ready to test. I still may test them, but I was thinking there's something like Divine Flowers. I think that has the mushrooms and stuff. And I think there was Prismatic Insects. I think both of those are fairly small. This is what I'm going to do a show on once I get this stuff situated. Is this right here, the Shino Traveling Magician. Let's see. So like I said, I like this and this. I like the Autumn of Whiterun. I've always liked that. So let me see what I got down here at the bottom. Because I had some other things I was going to try out. Let's see, those are for some shows. I just haven't got to those yet. We might get that thumbnail bug. Yeah, there we go. So there's this, the Tamriel Forest Borealis. Add short trees and tree clutter to the tundra, creating a lightweight boreal forest. It contains generated load textures, LOD textures. I just say load a lot of times. Improve trees. Do not use with other tree mods. Okay, so I'm not going to turn that on. I'm not going to do that right now. The Kingport's Flower Fields. Now, I have tried this, and this is actually pretty good. It has some cool flowers. Adds flower fields to various areas. The flowers have their own landscape texture. It might replace some of the It might replace some of the grass, though. I'm not sure. And I didn't really, I'll be honest, those sunflowers, I wasn't really overly impressed with the sunflowers. I think I liked the other flowers better. But nonetheless, not trying to be negative, just trying to give you an idea. Now, there's Skyrim Flora Overhaul by Vert. Now, this gives you 18 new tree models, 65 new grasses and plants, improved tree plant textures, the green forest appears more deep and old, and improved LD. See, that's one I was thinking about using, but I tried. I wondered if I could do this. Let's see, if you enjoy the mod, you may perhaps be interested in downloading, endorsing, or donating. Let's see, did a few extra details, new meshes for pines, dead trees, snowy trees, ferns, improved, new textures for grasses, all trees, branches, shrubs, cabbage, juniper, leek. It does potato and snowberry and vines. Didn't the other one that I have say it did snowberry? I did not see a difference in the snowberry. We're going to go back up and look. Did it claim to change the snowberry, or is that my imagination? It could have been my imagination, because I don't always remember correctly. Let's see. Potato, leek, juniper, thistle, mountain flower, shrubs, thickets. No, it includes snowberry. I could not tell much difference, I'll be honest. But what I could do is I could use this one down here for the trees and keep the cathedral grasses by putting the cathedral grasses under, unless that caused a conflict, which it could. That is definitely a possibility. Might have to try this one in place of the other one. Now, this is the Forest of Davila Performance, and I'm also thinking of possibly trying it. It's not very big, though. This is in French, though. I can't really read that. Okay, there we go. Description down here. The Forest of Skyrim. Okay, a total overhaul of the forest with high-quality barks and branches and real pine needle leaves. Aspen trees with 4 colors. All tree models scaled to various sizes. Updated load textures based on retextured and resized trees. Also includes brand new HQ. Okay, so see, that one is very small and still seems interesting. This mod is not compatible with other mods that edit tree meshes, textures, or LOD textures. Okay, so if I use that, I can't use the others, which I'm okay with that. This is small. Whiterun Forest Borealis. Here's another Forest Borealis. The mod adds a forest and tundra near Whiterun. Used with Forest of Davila Performance. Okay, well, you could. You could. Fantasy Skyrim. Now, I looked at this, and the little English thing that I read just says that I need this. It doesn't claim I need the other one. So this is supposed to... This might be worth doing on its own and seeing how it looks. I couldn't tell. Let's see. Does this affect grasses at all? Incident. It says it removes some things. Landscape fixes for grass. Oh, suggested mods. Forest of Davila. Okay. So, Fantasy Skyrim. Yeah, see, it's hard for me to read this. Now, Divine Forest is not very big at all, and it adds some different things. And it does not contain all that stuff. So, what does it do? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about several of these, if I want to even mess with them. The Great Forest of Whiterun Hold, I've used that before, and it's actually a pretty good mod. Pardon me. Not just a forest and a bunch of trees. That's true. It actually adds some places This mod's very lore friendly. Let's see if. Yeah, furthermore, Lost in the Forest, there are some new points of interest, which is true. There's some towers and ruins and stuff. Some parts of it are pretty dense. You can get lost. Suggested files that work with this. The lush overhaul, detailed terrain, and tree LOD. Okay. Now here are Dark Ages trees. I tried this. And this was not bad either. So, let me see. Canna has different bark. Your mama. Clipping. Yeah, sometimes you have clipping. I'm not too worried about that. Weather mod. Whatever you like. Landscape. Whatever you want. This isn't that mod. You can install and change tree meshes textures as needed to see what you like. I'm confused. So what does this do? I thought this had its own... I thought this had its own stuff. Aspens now come in many colors. Pine trees are larger. See, I thought it did. Full load, created with all new meshes. So see, I thought it had textures and stuff. I think it does have its own textures. Rendered meshes. Okay, so these are meshes, so you can use whatever textures you want. You can install and change as needed to see what you like. So this maybe maybe it is a mesh and textures. Now this is Forests of Skyrim, which I also thought about doing. But it's pretty small, and I don't know what it really does other than just add... Okay, it adds trees. That's right. It adds 1,917 trees. Define texture pack trees. Now this is truly, I believe, a texture pack for bark, basically. So it would be interesting to see what some of these do for us. Now this is grass. And I checked this out, and this is pretty tall grass from what I remember. And northern grass, I think that again is pretty tall grass. That's lush trees. All trees original texture includes load. If wanting a full tree overhaul, recommend enhanced vanilla trees, not the basic. Okay. And there's enhanced vanilla grass. And unique grasses. I thought I would at least look at these. But I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. And then there's this. Maybe I'm just being too... Now this does just grass. It doesn't do any flowers that I can tell. And then that's landscape fixes. So I don't have some of the other things that I had mentioned I wanted to do. Like, let's look at, I would like to bring back my bridges. If I was doing a game to play, my load order would be different. You might remember some of my old load orders. I had a lot of different things. One of the things I really liked was unique bridges of Skyrim, and I never had any trouble with this. Let's see. Yeah, so I didn't have any trouble with this. I always found this to be a good mod. And then there was, let's see if I can remember, there was prismatic. I was going to try that. I do want to kind of push my game a little bit just to see what fun I can have. I think this is just prismatic insects, so bear with me. Yeah. And it's a small mod too, but I thought it would be fun to have some of these. And then there was one other thing. What did we talk about? It was divine textures or something. But I think it was like flowers or something. But it had some cool mushroom. You know what? Let's just look up divine and see what we find. I think there would be a lot of stuff, but we might find what I'm looking for that easily. Or not. It just depends. I don't know how all this got tagged with divine, but whatever. If I can't... Wait, okay, no. Trees of the North. Divine interiors. You'll notice I avoid a lot of interior lighting and different things. Now, divine wolves, that I might be interested in. It's a retexture of your wolves and they look better. It's a texture, oh, and an AI overhaul. Well, that's interesting. Something to look at. I'm going to think about that. But it would make the wolves look better. I know. See, this is the kind of thing I get tempted, I get in trouble. I start playing around with too many things. Maybe I should just look up divine flowers. It might be faster than this. Oh wait, what's the textures pack here? Does this do the... This does not do... Oh, I can't see all of them. Let's see, this does not do wolves, does it? The rabbit's hairs now have 2 varieties. Sounds interesting, though. I know. Let's give it... The author is deleted 10021802. I thought this was something that Tarshana did. Not sure if I want the dragons one. I like the dragons pretty much the way they are, I guess. So, Divine Atmosphere, Unique Bridges of Skyrim. Oh, am I too full? Yeah, I probably don't have enough space, seriously. Let's try Divine Flowers. Okay, I don't know how interesting you'll find all this. I apologize now that I've thought about that. But I just thought, I mean, as far as a playing video, I mean, this is kind of showing some of the stupid stuff I do. Here we go. This was what I was looking for. This has some very cool textures for these little flowers and stuff. So, and it's not too big. It's pretty easy. So, we're just going to go with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that type of thing. I have a I have a limited want for certain things. I'll probably have to do a reset for some of these things to work, but let's just scroll down and let's get them in the right order. And then I still need to do some of my other stuff. Unique Bridges of Skyrim, that goes up in my things around I usually add it around the cheat room in that area. Because these are just add-ons to the world. These are things just being, like, this is things being changed and things being added. It's a pretty simple idea. I don't create as many categories and subcategories as some of the guides do, because I find that I don't use all of those little categories and subcategories like some folks do. So, you know, since I don't worry about it. Now this is really, if I remember right, this is really just a texture mod. So it can go under my map, I believe. Performance stutter, spawns were not increased. Still a shorter timer. So let's see. I don't think this is a big deal. I'm looking to see if there's anything. Well, okay, so there is some meshes and textures. Okay. So, I mean, you could go either way. I'm going to keep it, I like to keep my textures pretty low, so I'm going to keep it low. That's just the way I roll. So, because it's basically a texture. It's really not a big deal. You can, if you keep your textures high, you can definitely place it high. If that's what works for you. I've seen it done both ways, and I've seen people have their good and bad points both ways, and I get that. It's just, this has been working for me. It's kind of like that amazing follower tweak. Some people, they need it to be low in their load order, and for me, I use it up high and it works fine. And it may vary on other mods you have, or the way you have your load order structured. Alright, so now notice these are just textures, really. I know this changes the mesh of the insects a little bit, but it's largely just a texture. So I'm just going to keep it down here unless that gives me any trouble. I moved the bridges, so that's up there. I'm going to evaluate some of these other things, whether or not I want to deal with these or not. Don't want to come back and evaluate them one at a time. This was one that sounded interesting to Fantasy Skyrim. And so did this, the overhaul by Vert. So I think I'm going to let like these go right now. So I don't need these right now. I don't need to deal with them. I'm going to keep the two that I'm interested in trying out. I don't know if I really want the Great Forest of Whiterun right now. That I might try that out. I don't think I want I like the grass I have right now. The cathedral stuff has been pretty good, so I don't want to mess with that right now. I might come back and try Verdant, which is also good, but I think for right now I'm going to ride out. I'm going to check these out later and see what I think of them in comparison to what I have right this moment. Alright, so let's make this load. I'm going to do a reset and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do a little more testing just to run around and make sure that everything works okay, and then I will probably do my load order video yeah, and then I'm going to be done for today. I don't even know if I can do the load order video. Nonetheless, if not, then I will try to do it in the next day or two. So, hey, this has just been my craziness testing. So, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.